day, everyone! Before we proceed for the discussion of the story, let us first do a simple game. I have here some GIFs that portrays a certain profession. Using a stick wherein you need to guess it. For example, I presented a GIF that portrays a manager or managing profession. You have to think first before answering, as this will be a tricky one. If you want to give a shot for answering, all you need to do is open your camera and show me the answer by writing it in a paper. Just make sure that it is legible so that I can read it, okay? And one more thing, those who got the correct answer will get a point that can be used for the activity later. So let's start. For the first one, what profession do you think it is? Correct, Mr. Shawson. The image portrays a teacher. For the next one, what profession do you think it is? Nice try, Miss Facunla, but it is not a pianist. Good job for trying. Any other guess? Very good, Miss Pam. It is an engineer. Well, it looks like a pianist because of the first action, but it is an engineer. Here's the last one. I can say that it is more difficult and trickier. Now, what profession do you think it is? Sharpshooter, gunner, army? Well, almost near. Police, Marines, AFP, Special Force. Yes, they are near to the right answer, just for the general term of it. Nice one, Mr. Manyo. It is a soldier. Now, I want you to watch first a video about the oath-taking of the newly recruited Marines. So please, watch and listen carefully as I will ask some questions after that.
Let me be the first to congratulate you on a job well done and call you a United States Marine. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. To support and defend. The Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies. Foreign and domestic. And to bear true faith. And allegiance to the same. That I will obey. The orders of. The President of the United States. And the orders of. Those officers appointed over me according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God.
Now, I might have asked that if you are one of them, what will you feel if you will be finally enlisted as a Marine or as a soldier? Yes, Mr. Villanueva? Indeed, it is fulfilling, as we all know that before they will get enlisted to be one of the Marines, police, special force, or a soldier, they will have to undergo first into various and difficult and complicated trainings. Now, since the video portrays of oath-taking, what will you feel or think of when you are taking an oath? Some answers solemn, serious. Well, you guys are all correct. It is also right that it makes us think of many things as this oath gives us lots of responsibilities. Now, what do you think the oath is important to them? Right. It is important as it will serve as their guidance or a policy that they need to follow when they are deployed in the field. Now, as we go on into our today's topic, the reason why we conduct a simple game about professions and you watch the video about oath taking is because it is somehow interconnected or related into our topic. So, the topic, or the short story rather, that we will be discuss for today is all about The Country's Good Son, written by Minute Thane. And this short story is a Myanmar or Burmese literature. So as to be familiar with this short story, I want you to watch again a new video and you can look and use the written literature in order for you to catch up and understand more about the story.
Lin Eng's mother had a shop in the Mingaladan market, where she sold slippers. Lin Ong helped his mother in the shop during his school holidays. As the Mingaladan market was an army market, soldiers could be seen shopping there daily. It was more crowded on Sundays. Many soldiers could be seen moving about busily. It was Sunday, and Lin Ong was sitting in front of the shop.
Younger brother, do you have real Sinkai number 9?
A young man, wearing trousers, entered and asked him. Quickly Lin Ong took a pair of Sinkai number 9 slippers and showed them.
How much are these slippers, young brother?
21 kyats, elder brother.
Can I take only the right side slipper and pay you 10 kyats and 50 pias?
The young man's question made Lin Eng's eyes become wide. If he sold only the right side, how could he sell the left side? And why did he want only one slipper?
You can't do that. If I sell only the right side, the one left in the shop will become useless.
Yes, but I want only the right side. But wait, I'll go and look for a partner.
Lin Ong was left behind, looking at the back of the young man, who walked away, limping. Soon, the young man came back. He had another young man with him. The first young man asked Lin Ong for the slippers, and gave the left side slipper to the young man who had come with him. He lifted the leg of his trouser and put on the slipper. Then he nodded with satisfaction. Only then did Lin Ong understand. They were buying and sharing one pair of slippers. The first young man had a false left leg, and second young man had a false right leg. So everything was all right because there was one who wanted only the right side, and another who wanted only the left side. Lin Ong was sorry to see the condition of the two young men. They were quite young, and they each had a leg missing.
Don't you feel sad that you have only one leg?
Lin Ong was inquisitive and asked them.
Why should we be sad?
The first young man smiled.
We are soldiers who offered even our own lives for our country. We are proud to lose a leg in protecting our country.
When Lin Ong heard the first young man's answer, he respected them. They were very different from the young drug addicts about whom he had often read in the newspapers. They were wasting their lives and killing themselves. These young men were the country's good sons who were protecting the country from its enemies. Their aims and intentions were as different from those of the addicts as east from west, north from south. Although these young men had one leg missing, they still wanted to serve their country. The two young soldiers told Lin Ong that they planned to work in the disabled soldiers' cooperative shop.
I respect you and honor you. You good sons of the country are the jewels of our country. When I grow up, I will try to be a good son of the country like you.
The two young soldiers smiled to hear Lin Ong's words.
We admire your intention. Our country's future will really be bright if there were more young people in our country with the same aim and intention as yours. All right, we will go now.
The two young soldiers said goodbye to Lin Ong and went away. Lin Ong was filled with a desire to become a good son of the country.
Now that we are done watching the video, we will focus on discussing the flow or the sequence of events for us to understand more the short story. As the story begins, it first gives us a brief description about the character as well as the setting of the story. Now, can someone share what they have understand on the beginning of the story? Exactly, Mr. Sangkap. The story introduced Lin Ong as the main character of the story, the Mingaladon market as the main setting, and Sunday as the time where the story happened. After that, Lin Ong met a soldier asking for a Sinkai number 9 as well as asking for the price of the slippers which cost 21 kyats and requesting if he can only take the right side of the slipper and paying for the half feet which costs 10 kyats and 50 pias. Now, what happened next? Yes, Miss Manabat? Agree to it. The soldier made Lin Ong think that if he sells only the right side of the slipper, the left one would be useless. That is why he refused. But the soldier insisted and looked for a partner so that the left side of the slipper could also be sold. The next thing happened is the soldier came back together with his colleague and they both and shared the pair of the slippers, only to find out that the soldier who asked Lin Ong has the false right leg and the other one has the false left leg. Can someone share what Lin Ong felt when he saw the condition of the soldier and what happened next? Yes, Miss Orteza? That's right. He felt guilty and sorry. He also asked if they feel sad because of losing their leg, contradicting to what Lin Ong expected that the soldier would answer to him. The latter respond positively, stating that it is their responsibility to serve and protect their country, even if it costs their lives, and proud to lose their leg. And lastly, that makes Lin Ong complimented them as the country's good son, inspired to be one of them. So now, what interpretation builds up into your minds as we tackled about the story, considering the game and video that we conduct? Yes, Miss Piamonte? Precise answer. The story discussed the value of the oath that the soldiers taken, as it is much precious more than their lives. It is also shown how valor and selfless they are. To freshen up on what we discussed, what specific dialogue can be used to cite a soldier's oath? Explain it brief as well. Yes, Mr. Liwag? That's correct. We can cite the statement, "We are soldiers who offer even our own lives for our country. We are proud to lose one leg in protecting in our country." Remembering the video that we watched, they took an oath as it is their responsibility to serve and protect the country. Speaking of the oath, think of a profession that you wanted to be someday. Now, what duties and responsibilities can you draw to the profession that you wanted to pursue someday? Yes, Miss Bagsik? Good to hear, Miss Bagsik. It is true that accountants should be always reliable, true to their work, equips honesty and integrity, as they are the ones who are helping in keeping others' money and give advice to be a responsible spender. Now for the last question. Um, can someone share and cite some similarities or differences to the oath of the characters in the story into the oath of your chosen profession? Yes, Miss Gomez. Very good, Miss Gomez. One of the similarities that a teacher and a soldier's oath has is to serve for the country, though they serve in different ways, as teacher serves to enlighten others' mind, cure ignorance, and helping others to mold their future, while soldiers serve to protect our country, provide feeling of safety, and maintaining peace and order. Now, before we proceed on video making activity, I prepare again a simple game wherein some questions that will be presented is all about the story that we discussed earlier. All you have to do is to answer it as fast as you can, but with a twist. You have to answer it through singing the words or phrases. The points that you can get in this activity can also be added for the video making activity as well. So let's start. For the first question, he is one of the main characters of the story. His mother owns a shop that sells slippers. What is the answer? Very good, Miss Gutierrez. The answer is Lin Ong. For the next question, the name of the market mentioned in the story where soldiers could be seen shopping. What is the answer? Correct, Mr. Abelardo. The answer is Bingalodon Market. So for the next question, the lost part of the body that was mentioned in the story. What is the answer? Right, Mr. Alvarez. The answer is leg. So for the next question, profession that Lin Ong wants to pursue someday. What do you think is the answer? Good job, Miss Campo. The answer is soldier. So for the last question, Lin Ong called soldiers as, what do you think is the answer? Nice one, Miss Nicolas. The answer is the title itself, the country's good son. The time has come. Hehe. Now, we are proceeding to your video making activity. Think of the profession that you want to pursue. After that, create a 1-minute TikTok-like video. Again, a 1-minute TikTok-like video. So, this is the instruction. The video that you are going to create should discuss the expectation and fears on the profession that you are wanted or that you are wanting to pursue with. After creating the video, you have to upload it in your social media account. It could be in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and others. In passing it, you should put a caption, hashtag TCGS, and hashtag your profession lang malakas. The example of it is hashtag soldier lang malakas. Something like that. And one more thing, don't forget to tag me or mention me so that I can see your work and grade it as well. Now, in creating your TikTok-like video, you need to consider these criteria, so listen carefully. The video presented in entertaining and unique way. That is for creativity. When you do it outstanding, you can get 20 points. If it is very good, you can get 15 points. And when you do it good, you can get 10 points. So for the content of the video discusses expectation and fears of a particular profession. When you do it outstanding, you can get 30 points. If it is very good, you can get 20 points. And when you do it good, you can get 15 points. And lastly, for the time, the video follows the time limit. When you do it outstanding, you can get 25 points. If it is very good, you can get 20 points. And when you do it good, you can get 15 points. Please note that in the time criteria, wherein the points will be deducted every 5 seconds, exceeding for the set limit. For example, your video exceeds for 5 seconds prior to the limit. You will only get the very good grade. When you exceed for 10 seconds and above, you can only get a good grade for time criteria. So, that's all for today, and break a leg on your activity.